Hey, 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 everybody. That's right. It's my monthly review of Maricopa County Attorney's Office's successes in the criminal world. And I'm glad to bring this to you because a lot of people may not be aware that these news alerts are out there. And it's important for the rest of the world to know what's going on in Maricopa County. It's a pretty large county, too, here in Arizona. So let me pull that up for us. There it is. Maricopa County Attorney's Office. This is the latest news and civic alerts. I do it on a monthly basis. There is a campaign in place. Report, don't repost. So if you are aware, do not just repost, but contact the law enforcement. Let people know what's going on. Don't let things slide. And I titled this as Fighting Crimes of All Kinds, with Rachel Mitchell does. You'll see in the past streams I've done, as well as this stream, there's a variety of crimes that are being prosecuted. So it's important to be aware of that. Not only the unaliving folks or the essays, but you've also got people like Laura Michelle Owens, right? Who is a male victimizer and is under 14 indictments with trial scheduled for July of this year. So if you look into the history of that, you'll see what's going on in Arizona, that Rachel Mitchell covers all kinds of crimes. So going forward with that, let's start with the first that we captured back on December 3rd. This is for the month of December of last year, because I do it at the beginning of the next month, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't have them all. Notice of intent to seek the death penalty in murder of Mercedes Vega. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell announced today that her office has filed a notice of intent to seek the death penalty against Sincere Hayes and Cujo Young for the murder of Mercedes Vega in 2023. Both defendants have been charged with first-degree murder, among other felony offenses. I believe the death penalty is an appropriate sentencing consideration for the jury for these two defendants, said County Attorney Rachel Mitchell. We will continue to pursue justice for Mercedes Vega and her family. This case remains an active prosecution. No further details will be released at this time. And as always, most of these cases, if they're not already found guilty or in process, a criminal charge is merely an accusation, and the defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty. Hi, Auntie M. How you doing there, Auntie M? So going on to our next story, which is just as important. On December 4th, the following day, ex-boyfriend indicted for Avondale teen's murder. You know how I feel about anything to do with children. It frustrates me to no end. Leave them alone! Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell announced today that Emilio Rivera has been indicted for the murder of his ex-girlfriend in Avondale. On November 8th, Rivera shot his 17-year-old ex-girlfriend while she slept in her bed in her apartment. He then went into her mother's bedroom and tried to shoot her, but the gun jammed. Prior to the shooting, Rivera slashed the tires on several cars in the apartment complex's parking lot, including the victim's car. A grand jury indicted Rivera on the following charges: one count of first-degree murder, a Class 1 dangerous felony domestic violence, one count of attempt to commit second-degree murder, a Class 2 dangerous felony, one count of criminal damage, a Class 5 felony. Rivera is currently being held on a $1 million cash bond. Trial is set for July 2026. Ooh, it's going to be a busy month for trials, because we also have Laura Michelle Owens, State of Arizona versus Laura Michelle Owens in July 2026, scheduled currently for July 29th. So it should be a busy month, unless, of course, she plays her games and it gets postponed. But I'm looking forward to this case because you don't get to do that. 17-year-old ex-girlfriend, and she's still a child, underage. Okay? So you know you're pissed me off. Hey, more love. Once again, criminal charge is merely an accusation, and the defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty. Keep this in mind. It applies to all other news alerts that are applicable. On December 8th, road rage shooter indicted for killing father and daughter. Mother and another child were also hurt in the shooting. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell announced today that Tyrone Chile has been indicted for a deadly road rage shooting near 19th Avenue and Baseline Road. On November 22nd, Chile got into a physical fight with the driver of an SUV, Quincy Polk, and a woman who was a passenger. After the fight ended, everyone went back to their cars. However, Chile then pulled out a gun and fired into the SUV, which had 3 children inside. Motherfucker. The woman got out of the SUV and returned fire. Polk and his, good for her, Polk and his 8-year-old daughter were killed, unalived. The woman and a 5-year-old girl were wounded. A 1-year-old girl who was also in the SUV was unharmed. Well, God bless her. A grand jury indicted Chile on the following charges: 1 count of first-degree murder, a Class 1 dangerous felony; 1 count of first-degree murder, a Class 1 dangerous felony and dangerous crime against children; 1 count of attempt to commit second-degree murder, a Class 2 dangerous felony; 1 count of aggravated assault, a Class 2 dangerous felony and dangerous crime against children; 1 count of aggravated assault, a Class 3 dangerous felony; 3 counts of endangerment, a Class 6 dangerous felony. Chile is currently being held on a $3 million cash bond. Now that seems appropriate. The higher the number, keep him in prison. It's horrible, these things that are occurring in Arizona, but as you can see, the prosecuting attorney and the county attorney, Rachel Mitchell, are on top of these things. They're not letting things slide. This is from what? December 8th, so on November 22nd. So only a couple weeks. The previous was from 2023. So they don't let shit go, which is good. I want to see resolution, especially for the family and friends of the victims, you know? Hey, Fletcher, how you doing there, Fletcher? Happy Monday to you too. Monday. Teen on December 9th, teen victim rescued, child sex trafficking charged. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell. No, she did not. I believe that it was a self-defense situation because the Chile had shot first. Yeah, Fletcher, I hear you. It's an eerie world out there, and I know that I almost have to have eyes in the back of your heads and on both sides when driving, right? Or at least go with traffic, but abide by the law so that you're not pissing off anybody out there with some road rage action. But also be aware of your surroundings. Best advice I can think of, you know, and have 911 on your speed dial. Not a bad idea. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell announced today that Dennis Mitchell Jr. has been indicted for child sex trafficking and other offenses. You know how this fucking pisses me off. In November, Glendale police arrested Mitchell at a Phoenix motel on what is known as the Blade. The area is a stretch along 27th Avenue between Indian School Road and Northern Avenue, known for prostitution. Great. A 14-year-old girl told police that she had been staying with him in a room they used for prostitution. She left to get help after Mitchell struck her during an argument. An adult female victim who had been staying with Mitchell was also rescued. Mitchell has been indicted on the following charges: 1 count of child sex trafficking and a Class 2 felony and dangerous crime against children; 1 count of aggravated assault, a Class 6 felony and dangerous crime against children; 1 count of pandering, a Class 5 felony; 1 count of receiving earnings of prostitution, a Class 5 felony. That should be a higher felony. Mitchell is currently being held on a $150,000 cash bond. Trial is set for April 2026. You can't do that to children. I'm sorry. It's unacceptable. You all have to agree with me. Hey, Bruce, how you doing? I'm just frustrated with the whole thing. Someone is following me. Oh, here, Molov. I'll pop this up there if you don't mind. Someone was following me at the grocery store because I coughed after they coughed and they started coming after me. Oh, my Lord. More love. You got to be careful out there. I know it's crazy, isn't it? And people do the oddest things. And as Lauren has said many times, she works in the psych field. People act in different ways and for different reasons, whether medication or off medication, or they have not been diagnosed, or they're just weird, right? But anything to do with children is just driving me fucking crazy. I hate that I have to read these in that respect, right? I'm glad I'm sharing this so everybody knows, but we're a border state, right? So things can happen as far as trafficking goes more often than uncovering. You see what I mean? So it's very frustrating to me. We need to strengthen our border patrol. Homeland Security, did you hear me? Work with me here and many others. Oh, Bruce, that's just cruel. Fletcher, good one. Wood chipper. Okay, moving on to December 12th. Shooter sentenced to prison for attack on work crew. I know I get pissy when there's work crew and they have to, slow your lane down to 25 miles per hour for safety purposes, but you don't shoot at them. So let's see what this one is about. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell announced today that Zachary Shropshire has been sentenced to 45 years in prison for killing construction worker and shooting at other crew members as residents at a Phoenix apartment building. Little gun happy, brother. Workers were doing remodeling work and cleaning up for lunch when Shropshire stepped out of his apartment's door armed with a high-powered rifle and a .45 Glock handgun and began shooting. He struck Alvaro Quezada in the leg, rendering him immobile and unable to escape. Shropshire then fired numerous rounds into Alvaro, killing him. The fuck? 7 others were either living or working near the courtyard when Shropshire began shooting with the rifle and a .45 caliber handgun. One victim was injured by shrapnel, and another was shot at while trying to save Alvaro. Shropshire fired approximately 24 rounds before getting into his car and fleeing. While trying to get away, Shropshire crashed his car into a parked car about a mile away and ran off. Phoenix police quickly found him in an alley nearby and arrested him. That's good because he didn't have time to load up again. In October 2025, a jury found Shropshire guilty of the following charges: 1 count of second-degree murder, a Class 1 dangerous felony, 7 counts of aggravated assault, a Class 3 dangerous felony, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, a Class 6 dangerous felony, 1 count of leaving the scene of an accident involving damage to an unattended vehicle, a Class 1 misdemeanor. And there's a quote. This was a senseless attack on an innocent people who were simply trying to do their jobs, said Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell. Nothing can erase the trauma these victims endured or the loss of Alvaro's family or the loss felt by Alvaro's family, but we can ensure the defendant is held accountable for the fear and heartache he caused. Good words, Rachel. Good words. Bruce, I will always take care of your children. Don't worry. I'm not always pregnant with twins, but when I am, I make sure Rob has to take care of them on New Year's Eve. I'll do it too. I'm a good guy. Oh no, don't say that, Fleetwood Mac t-shirt. You guys are awful. Oh, more love. From the guy at the grocery store, but I know one bachelorette candidate, my friend's son, and then one bachelor lives just another county over from me. Oh, wow. That's kind of scary because if they're just going after you, what would they do if they found a celebrity in the nearby area, Bruce, you're just secondhand news, brother. I'm just letting you know. Moving on to December 18th. Serial killer sentenced to death. Thank the Lord in heaven. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell announced today that Cleophas Cooksey has been sentenced to death for the murders of 6 people in 2017. The jury was hung on the punishment for 2 other murders Cooksey committed. I'd have a difficult time saying it was a hung jury if I was on the jury. On November 27th, Cooksey shot and killed Parker Smith and Andrew Remillard while the two were sitting together in a car. That set off a killing spree that culminated in the murders of Cooksey's mother and stepfather, Renee Cooksey and Edwin Nunn, on December 17th. Over 3 weeks, Cooksey also shot and killed Salim Richards, LaTorre Beckford, Christopher Cameron, and Maria Villanueva. He was connected to the murders through various evidence tying the different crime scenes together, including DNA, firearms, and casings. At the time of his arrest, Cooksey was wearing a gold necklace stolen from Salim, and Maria's car keys were found in his apartment. What a fucking idiot. Obviously, trial started in April 2025. In September, the jury found Cooksey guilty of all charges. Wow. April, May, June, July, August, September. 8 counts of first-degree murder, a Class 1 dangerous felony. 3 counts of armed robbery, a Class 2 dangerous felony. 2 counts of kidnapping, a Class 2 dangerous felony. 1 count of attempt to commit sexual assault. Of course, got to throw that in there. A Class 3 dangerous felony, meaning not the charge, but the fact that he would try that. In addition to today's death penalty sentence, Cooksey was given more than 9 years in prison for the non-capital charges. Anyone who questions why we need the death penalty needs to look no further than this case, said Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell. It takes a special kind of evil to prey upon the vulnerable and needlessly take the lives of 8 innocent people. Death is the only just punishment for him, and we will do everything in our power to see it carried through. So I'm not smelling a plea deal that takes the death penalty off the table. And as much as religious I am, as a God-fearing man, this is the kind of shit that makes you think, really, Lord? Forgive me for I want him dead, right? It's horrible. Happy New Year, Stodad. How you doing? Hey, more love. Back at you. Moving on to December 19th, prohibited possessor who shot a police sentenced to 20 years. Shot at police, law enforcement, the folks that are putting their lives on the line 24/7 to protect us, the citizens. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell announced today that Humberto Hernandez has been sentenced to 20 years in prison for multiple felony offenses, including aggravated assault. In May of 2023, Phoenix police officers went to Hernandez's home to follow up on a report of possible shots fired earlier in the day. As officers arrived, Hernandez, a prohibited possessor, was armed with a handgun and laying on a couch just inside the front door. Officers rang the doorbell, and as Hernandez's mother answered the door, Hernandez got up and fired multiple rounds into the couch before retreating further inside the residence. Hernandez then proceeded to fire multiple additional rounds inside the house, including several towards his mother as she tried to disarm him. That's a mom for you. Officers positioned themselves outside the home and were also targeted. His mother was ultimately able to get the gun away from him after he had fired over 20 rounds inside the residence. Hernandez later surrendered. Hernandez was convicted by a jury on the following charges: 2 counts of aggravated assault on a police officer, a Class 2 dangerous felony, 1 count of aggravated assault, a Class 3 dangerous domestic violence felony, 1 count of unlawful discharge of the firearm, a Class 6 dangerous felony, 3 counts of disorderly conduct, a Class 6 dangerous felony. Hernandez also received an additional 2.5 years in prison for violating his probation, which will run consecutively to the 20-year sentence. Mr. Hernandez turned a neighborhood call for help into a life-threatening situation for his own family and our police officers, said County Attorney Rachel Mitchell. This sentence sends a clear message. When you endanger others with a firearm, especially as a prohibited possessor, meaning he wasn't allowed to have firearms, you will be held fully accountable. Once again, you can tell the variety of crimes that are covered here. Hence why Laura Michelle Owens is on trial with the state of Arizona finding 14 indictments against her. There's no whining. JFL is so fucked up. I don't know why that website even still, if it's still online, who knows? Berto should complain. Fletcher writes, Rachel Mitchell is not going to offer Laura a deal that doesn't include incarceration. I have to concur. And I don't think she would approve any deal from any of her folks under her to provide something like that. Plus, don't forget, I personally want to hear it out loud. Her admitting that she lied, that she did falsify information, and she apologizes publicly to her victims. That's what I want also in connection with incarceration. I don't want her roaming the streets of Arizona, bankrupt or not, indigent or not. I saw Chris Soules, More Love writes, I saw Chris Soules at the grocery store one time right after his season, and I thought I might pass out. My friend's son dated someone, what season? Then Demi on Paradise, and then can't remember. Oh, no. Your friend's son better wake the hell up and realize who it was. It's easy enough to search on the internet. Bruce writes, Alberto should complain if he didn't get 2 or more press releases like Laura. Well, Alberto probably isn't as narcissistic as she is. He was just trying to hide out. That's all I'm thinking. Bruce also adds, although I heard Lori Daybell got 2+ press releases, so Laura is in exclusive company. Yeah, and didn't Laura write her own on Medium, and they consider that a press release? The fuck is that? And don't forget Suitcase Sarah. Gotta love her ass. Yeah, nonchalant. I like that. Okay, let's see if we have another. Nope. That was the last one for the month of December 2025. I believe all the criminals took the holidays off to be with their family and friends. I'm sure the county attorney's office was still working diligently throughout the holidays. Maybe some half days off between them all. But I feel confident that in January, we're going to see a lot more hits, a lot more news alerts. So I want to thank you all. If you have any comments, questions, concerns about Maricopa County Attorney's Office, the web link's in my description, or you can reach out to me and I can provide you with additional information. Don't forget, we also have January 7th, which I'll be in City of Scottsdale's courthouse. Once again, hopefully with Mad in attendance, with DG's DUI case, hopefully with a trial readiness conference scheduled. But we shall see. That's at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Arizona time, same thing. And, well, Arizona doesn't change time, but people realize what MST stands for, so that's cool. So that'll be at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Wednesday, the 7th. And I just saw the bankruptcy case document from Lowe, so that a law firm has been secured. Like, what's that all about? So I'll be doing a little research into that since I just saw it before the stream. And I kind of look forward to finding out more about that. If somebody else streams it, please let me know. I'd like to watch. Yes, Wednesday, January 7th. Thank you. And Toadette, thank you. You have a lovely day yourself. I've got maybe 66 degrees now. It's not the hottest day, but it's very pretty out there. I posted a couple of videos, so hopefully you can take a look and enjoy. Hey, Diana, how you doing? Glad you made it. I just went through, Fletcher, you're very welcome. I just went through all of the December 2025 Civic alerts, Diana, from Maricopa County's Attorney's Office, and some vicious ones. So do watch, be part of the replay crew and catch up on the news here in Maricopa County. Don't forget, I'll be including semi-others coming in the coming months, which will be applicable to all of our interests. No, Toadette, over a foot of snow? Oh, you might not want to watch my videos that I posted on X and Insta or YouTube because it's sunny and bright over here. But I'm not going to complain. Yeah, do that, Diana. I think you'll like it because it's frustrating, but it's good to know that the bad people are being put away, bad people being caught even after 2-3 years, if not longer. I've had some streams where they reached back 15, 20 years and they finally got enough evidence to put somebody in jail. So past ones are pretty good out there. And I updated the thumbnail to be more Arizona-ish with the weather versus the flag, because I think that was deterring people from watching. Okay. Oh, and also, just so you know, Bruce, you may not know this, or you may know, StreamYard was sold to, this is a thing I got recently, email or messenger, Bending Spoons USA Inc. StreamYard is the platform that I use and many others use to stream, but now they've bought out, or they were bought out by, or condensed. I don't know, but you gotta love the name. Bending Spoons US Inc. Now, Bending Spoons to me is like ghost hunter type stuff or witchery, right? That kind of thing. And I've been into that this whole past month. I've been watching a lot of those shows on HBO and stuff, and Arizona and Prime. I don't know why. It's supposed to be a happy holiday season, but I enjoyed watching them, and I still have a bunch. Uri Geller. Bruce, do you still have chickens? Come on now, man. You can have them in Illinois, right? Chicken press releases. Well, I do a press bean salad. Does that count as a press release? I'm not sure. It definitely passes gas. Yeah, I have to agree with you, Diana. Not many people get it. So I did this stream, so I got December done and over with. Now I have the DG coverage on Wednesday. Lowe's bankruptcy latest document with the trustee requesting and getting granted approval to include a law firm. So I need to look into the law firm and understand what is the implication of having a law firm involved. Should be interesting. And don't forget, we may see more indictments in the coming months with Laura. You never know. Games people play, right? No, Diana. We grow younger and younger every day. It's called dementia. Yeah. More love writes. Ooh, Rob, do some research on Bending Spoons Inc. Come quick cursory research. Yes, I'll do that because I want to know what the hell about. Are they going to charge us more? Are they going to change the fee, the streaming process? Are they going to limit or change our current agreement that I've paid for, right? So Bending Spoons Inc. I could look it up right now if you guys will hang. Can you hang? Hang, please. Bending Spoons Inc. Let me share that. Move that guy. Hey. Share screen. See how that looks. Oh, that's horrible. Ooh, let me take more love off. And let me see if I can. Bending Spoon Impossible, maybe. Let's do the Wikipedia. Bending Spoons. We own and operate leading about us. Yeah, whatever. Oh, look at that. Is that her? Grab that picture, Bending Spoon. Did she use the money that she illegally obtained to purchase StreamYard to prevent people from streaming? Look at that face. The nose, the hair. Oh my God, that looks just like her. That's crazy. We own and operate leading digital products, including Evernote, Komoot, Meetup, Remedy, StreamYard. Oh, yeah, they just obtained them. And WeTransfer. WeTransfer, I use a lot. I like that one. And we have developed the technology to power them. Our products have served nearly 1 billion people across the globe. Still, we've only just, please God say you can see this, we've only just crossed the starting line on the road to building an all-time great company. An impossible mission? Maybe. Look at that. Look at that. Is that not her or what? Yeah, that's my concern, more love. Some complaints are they buy apps and let them fall apart. Yeah. They're now saying in their what I just read you, right, that they're building their own platform to support all these different apps. No, I don't believe you. Hey Casey, Jimmy, how you there? Happy holiday, happy new year. Rob, I attempted to send you a note on Instagram about the Maricopa pregnancy extortion case. Really? Instagram. I have it open. Let's see. Notif. It should be Robert Andre 007. If you didn't find me, that's where you would find me. Try that. Okay, Casey Jr. I look forward to hearing about it. Toadette. SpoonYard. No streaming becomes spooning. Toadette. It's Bending Spoon. They're using witchcraft and such to make these platforms work. Thanks, Casey. More love added. This one thing on Reddit says they buy startups and then fire everyone long hours. Italian company. Ooh, Italiani. Some people are wondering if they are laundering money through their apps. Well, that has been done before, and I don't put things past anybody these days after finding out so much about Laura Michelle Owens. You know what I mean? They will do anything and everything. People in general, I should say. But don't tell me that's not her fucking picture. Don't tell me she's not part of that. Now I have to research real quick. Hold on. Values. Okay, no, she must not be a part of it. People. Hold on. Let's see. Our people make us what we are. Okay, what are they, 12? Lord in heaven? Spraying one another every day. Giving him belong, dedicated policy, fighting bias, mental health support. Italy's best workplace for diversity, equity, inclusion. Italy's best workplace for millennials. Stai via da Italia. Non fai rompe le balle. What do they do? All they just do is party? Lord in heaven. Uh-oh, some of the investors supporting our journey. Let's just slowly scroll through this and see if we catch any names right now. Bradley Cooper. I know him. I hope my name doesn't show up here. No Ron Owens. No Owenses at all, right? Unless they went under a different name. Look at Brent Riviera, CEO of content creator AMP Studios, co-founder and CEO. Okay, you're not doing a modeling ad. Back off. Join our team. Bruce, this could be right up your alley, brother. Follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Medium, Medium. Do you see? There's a connection here. I don't know. She's going to use this to her advantage. I know it. First, that's her. So Bending Spoons Inc. and Laura Michelle Owens. Let's just see. Nope, Laura Owens. Oh, can you see that? Okay. Laura Owens, women accused of fake pregnancy. YouTube, appearance on 18th. Arizona woman indicted. Woman's fake. Laura Michelle Owens, woman charged at fake pregnancy. Woman Owens mugshot. Laura Owens indicted on fraud. So I guess it's not associated between the two per se, but that means nothing to me. You see what I'm saying? Let's remove that. And since we're on topic, let's image file, which I'll still do more on because I have to, but I'll keep looking into bending spoons. Why not playing spoons? That's much more fun. It's very entertaining. Oh, triple zeros. Okay. So have you seen this? It was just posted by JFC. I found it when I was posting some videos. Sorry, I'm reading some of the comments. Wow. Private company, not publicly traded, valued at $1 billion. So how they get to 11 billion is by ripping us off as content creators and clients. That's what I feel. That's my fear. Yeah, more love. I agree. I want to work there too. That'd be awesome. Value in 2024 was 2.5 billion. So they quintupled, 5 times it. Yeah, 5 times approximately. 22.5 billion. Yeah, I got you. Eventbrite also in 2026. So yeah, we need to do a little. I need to do a little bit more research on that company because now that they've taken over StreamYard, I'm a little concerned that prices are going to be raised and features will be reduced. Right? I've already been affected by the AI shorts, that the AI clips. Clip this. In the United States Bankruptcy Court for the District of Arizona, LL, aka Amelia Laura Wilson. Is it Emily? Emily? I say Amelia because you can redirect the letters in Amelia to email. You see? This court, having considered case trustee's application to employ attorney and the declaration of support thereof, and it appearing in that the law firm of Nash, Rogers, Hilkert, and Santilli, NRHS, its members and associates is a disinterested party, and that the employment of said law firm generally by the case trustee in the best interest of this case, in this state. She's indigent. It is hereby ordered that Eric M. Haley, case trustee herein, is authorized to employ the law firm of NRHS generally as attorneys for the case trustee and the estate, with compensation to be paid only in such amounts as may be allowed by the court upon proper application or applications therefore, pursuant to, and bankruptcy rule of. It is further ordered that such employment shall be effective as of the date of the application filed with the court, January 5th, with the golden seal. So that's her Chapter 7 case, 11801. Why would a trustee, okay, we're going to do that one next. I don't know if you know this answer. I don't. That's why. Why would a bankruptcy trustee require a law firm? Let's just see what this means. A bankruptcy trustee requires a law firm to receive expert guidance, handle complex legal issues, conduct litigation, and ensure compliance with the U.S. Bankruptcy Code, all while minimizing personal legal liability. Key reasons: handling complex legal issues. Intricate and often involves disputes over asset exemption, debt discharge, and creditor claims that require expert legal interpretation. Okay. Asset recovery and litigation. Yeah. Let's get those horses rounded up. Ensuring legal compliance. Okay. Neutral and fiduciary duty. Trustees neutral are appointed by the Department of Justice to oversee the case. Managing high value or business cases. in cases involving substantial assets, complex business organizations like Chapter 11. Okay, forget it. Protection liability. Trustees are held to a high standard of care and can be sued by creditors, of course, which you know she'll fucking do. Creditors or beneficiaries if they are perceived to not be fulfilling their duties properly. A law firm helps manage risk and provide. They know the trustee knows how she works. He figured it out. Oh, that's so smart. Do you get it? He figured out that she will connive, manipulate, and say that he tried to essay her and everything and anything, right? You watch. And so he's just covering all his bases. Good job. Nice. Nice. As well as the law firm will catch her in any kind of tiddly biddly bit of trying to hide something or lie. I love that. That is just too classic. Oh, it just gets better. Even starting in 2026, right? January 2nd, I was down there picking up documents. Today, Monday, January 5th, we got the bankruptcy kicking in a little more. I mean, it just doesn't get better than this. And it's all based on the stupidity and ignorance of one woman. You know how they say man-child? Can you say woman-child? And it mean the same thing? Let's just say woman-child. Such as a woman-child by her actions and reactions. Lord in heaven. Y'all made me laugh. Thank you so much. Okay, I shall let you go. And I thank you very much for attending. And I'll do more research on bending spoons. Bending spoons, right? You know I'm going to find one and bend it. Just so I have it for the video. But we need to know, because if they are going to affect the finances of it, all us content creators need to band together. Just like individual journalists and content creators are symbiotic. Okay, thank you all for joining. And we'll talk soon. Looking forward to it.